How to heal your anxiety and master detachment. First, I gotta say that this isn't something that happens overnight. This is a process. And so you have to be so gentle with yourself in this process. You have to be so extra loving and patient with yourself when healing your anxiety.
Try and explain this to the blind. May you wake up from inside. See the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide. Light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, cause you choose your fate.
When you're an anxious person, that is your state of being. In healing this, you are teaching yourself how to be calm. You can heal your anxiety. I was a severely anxious person. Anything and everything used to set me off, and I have healed my own anxiety. And so I'm going to give you guys the tips and tricks that I used in my process to healing anxiety. If you are dominantly more an anxious person, then your body and your mind is going to reject and react to the calm. And so when teaching yourself peace, this is something that you have never experienced before. So it is a process to healing this. But first, hi guys. I hope you're having an amazing, beautiful, positive day. I am sending you so much love and so much peaceful, balanced energy. If you guys are interested in joining this community, you can like, share, and subscribe for weekly content of healing and self-mastery. And of course, my name is Feels with Meesh. I talk about feelings, understanding your feelings, mastering your feelings to become the best version of yourself. Let's get into today's discussion. The first and most important thing to know about anxiety is that when you're an anxious person or you're getting triggered, you're not present in your body. You are all over the place. Your mind is probably very chaotic. You feel your heart beating and racing. Your palms might get sweaty. You just feel out of control. And that's because you're actually not present in the body. If you were present and grounded in your body, you would feel secure in your life. But as an anxious person, we don't feel secure. And a lot of the times you don't even know what it feels like to be present in the body because you're probably somebody who has experienced this fight or flight your whole life. And so learning to be present in the body is the first step. You want to focus on your breath when you're starting to get triggered or you're feeling anxious about something. Now, what I do personally and what has really helped me is putting my hand on my chest. Some of you might have, somewhere else on your body where you feel more comfortable holding. Maybe it's like clenching your fists like this. Maybe it's putting your hands together. Maybe it's like putting the hands on the back of your neck. Maybe like going like this, right? Be able to have physical touch with your own body where you feel your body. I know you guys have probably seen videos or you've heard of teachers or moms or parents getting down to a child having a temper tantrum and looking them in the eye and telling them to breathe, right? Just breathe, take a deep breath. Like this is a very powerful tool because when you're able to calm your breath down, you're calming your body down. And so one thing that's been very beneficial to me is to be able to breathe and feel my body because your body is naturally going to go into this reactive state and you want to be able to find the control in that moment through your breath, calming your mind through your breath and feeling your body. Okay, this is going to be very beneficial and you're going to have to try this a few times until you master this. Eventually, you're not even going to have to hold your body. You're just going to breathe through things and you're naturally going to calm down in those moments. Now, if you really want to get into the work right now, you can use YouTube as a tool and look up breath work and meditation. And meditation has been so beneficial to me because if you're an anxious person, your mind is very chaotic. And so what meditation will teach you to do is be present in your thoughts. When you're present in your thoughts and present in your body, you're able to control your thoughts. And so when you're getting triggered, you're able to bring your thoughts back to yourself, and that will really teach you how to work through moments of anxiety. When you're an anxious person, literally Anything can set you off, like, having a fight with somebody you love, texting, being late on your rent or your bills, work environment, stressful situations, missing the bus. Like, these are all things that would trigger my anxiety. And I remember sitting in a coffee shop one time and sending a text, and my anxiety was just going crazy after sending the text. And I remember having a moment that I was observing myself and how anxious I was over a text message. And it was almost like a little bell went off in my head of like, why am I so anxious over a text message? And it really prompted me to start this healing journey. I remember in that moment, I was sitting in the coffee shop looking at my phone, and I just used my mind's eye, my third eye. I pulled myself directly above my body and my mind. If you guys could do this exercise with me right now, it's a very powerful tool. We have different levels to our consciousness. And, some people, you might think like, oh, what is she even talking about? But others of you that are wanting to expand your consciousness, this is a very powerful tool. So if you could just sit where you are right now when you're watching this video with me, and pull yourself above your body and observe yourself. Now I can see myself. I can see myself talking to you guys on the camera. I can see the setup around me in my room. I can see it all right now just from my third eye. Some of you might not be able to do that. It's something that you're going to have to work on, but that is a very powerful tool, because what that does is it allows you to observe yourself. Now, I was able to observe myself when I was having, anxiety over something so small, but think of all the things in your life that you have anxiety over. Now, it's the anxiety that is controlling you. So if you can gain control of yourself and observe yourself in your moment, be present in the body, you are teaching yourself how to be in control of yourself in those moments of feeling anxious. So in observing yourself, the next thing that I started to do is I started to rationalize my thoughts. Now, me observing myself being triggered over a text, I began to rationalize my thoughts. Why am I anxious over this text message? Is it the end of the world? Am I safe? Will everything be okay? What if they don't respond to me? Will I be okay? I started to rationalize my thoughts, right? And you use this in every area of your life when you're feeling anxious. Is this the end of the world? Are you going to be okay? Our brains are programmed and wired to keep us safe. So if you're an anxious, dominant person, you're automatically going to go to the worst result of everything. So you got to rationalize those thoughts, because your brain is naturally going to go to the worst thing, the worst scenario, the worst case scenario. And in being able to rationalize those thoughts, you're able to say things like, oh, I don't know really what the outcome is to this. Maybe I'll just let it play out. I will trust the process. Or, if something bad does happen, will I be okay? Yes, I'll be fine, right? Being able to rationalize those thoughts. Maybe somebody didn't answer your text message. Instead of spiraling and thinking, oh, they don't like me, or they're with somebody, they're not answering me, they don't care about me. Instead of having those thoughts, observing those thoughts, rationalizing those thoughts. Maybe they're just busy. Maybe they just, there's many times that I'm busy and I can't answer my phone. So begin to rationalize those thoughts. The next thing that we want to do once we've rationalized the thoughts, observed ourselves in that moment, being present in the body, felt ourselves in that moment of anxiety, and breathe, right? We're teaching ourselves how to breathe and be in control of our body in that moment, is we're going to want to surrender to the outcome. In healing this and mastering this part of yourself, you're having to detach from an outcome. This is a big thing. Detaching. That is the part of detachment that you must master. It's being able to surrender to whatever outcome it is. Whatever happens, we want to detach, we want to surrender, we want to give everything over to the Most High. We want to give everything to God, give everything to Allah, whomever you believe in, whatever you believe in. We want to surrender it because it's out of our control. And what we do have control over is ourselves. And so I'm teaching you how to be in control of yourself, being able to let go and let God. And let me tell you, There is so much peace in being able to let go and surrender and detach from an outcome. Just let it go. And sometimes this doesn't happen as easily as we want it to, right? But the more and more you practice letting go and detaching, it's going to be easier for you to detach in moments, and pretty soon it will be your dominant state of being. And so you'll be able to just say, hey, whatever, it's okay. I'm not going to be bothered by that. I'm not going to let these things pull me out of my peace. And that becomes your state of being. This is what the power of healing your anxiety is you become so in control of yourself that in moments where something would have maybe triggered you and brought you into a space of anxiety, now you're just so unbothered. And that's a very powerful place to be, is to be that unbothered, detached, observing things in your life, let go, surrender. Another thing that has been so beneficial to healing my anxiety is to work on my self-concept. Now, when you have a poor self-concept, you are being triggered by the things around you based on how you feel of your value and your worth. And if you have very low self-worth, low self-value, how you view yourself is low, then you're going to let things in your life really trigger and manipulate you. What you want to do is you want to work on your self-concept, where you're affirming to yourself that you are valuable, you are worthy, and really like embodying that and feeling that. Because when you don't have a good self-concept, or you don't view yourself highly, you're going to be triggered when people do things. You're going to take it very personal, because it's going to align with your feelings of unworthiness and your feelings of inadequacy. So what I have done is I've really worked on observing myself and putting myself on a pedestal and saying things to myself like, I am calm, cool, and relaxed. I am secure and confident in myself. And I would repeat this stuff daily to myself. I am calm, cool, and relaxed. I am secure and confident in myself. Now, somebody that's secure and confident in themselves is not going to be triggered by small things. Somebody who's secure and confident in themselves is not going to really be triggered by anything, right? I am calm, cool, and relaxed. Somebody who's calm, cool, and relaxed is not going to take personal anything. You could do, say, or be anything, and I'm just going to observe you. I'm going to be calm. I'm going to be cool. I'm going to be relaxed. I'm detached from whatever the scenario is. I'm detached from it. You're going to teach yourself peace. You're going to teach yourself calm. This is a new state of being. And really, it is to not take things so personal. When you're an anxious, dominant person, you take everything personal. Therefore, everything is controlling you. If something can trigger and spark the anxiety inside of you, it has power over you, and it is manipulating you. It has control over you. So really understand how important this healing process is, because you're in a place in your life where you're giving your power away to any situation that sparks that anxiety. When you heal yourself and you're detached and you're observing yourself, you're observing things in your life, you're in a more calm state, then you're in control of yourself, even in times where you have no control over an outcome. We do have control over ourselves. And so this is what the importance of healing that anxiety is. You're going to gain power back in your life. If you guys are interested in booking a personal session with me, you can DM me booking@feelswithmeesh.com, where we can set up a one-on-one and I can help you unpack and work through some of the things that you're experiencing right now.
And explain it to the blind. May you wake up from inside, see the truth through the third eye. Let your heart be your guide, light up the way. Let your heart be your guide. Free from your pain, it ain't a mistake, 'cause you choose your